taking one more. Is it on? You said a minute, right? Good to go. Gotta get that last one in, man. Okay, I'm good. I'm psyched. I'm so psyched we're doing this. I was disappointed we weren't going to, so I'm glad we are. Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. I don't care. I drank a nice big cappuccino. I had a cappuccino for dessert. Through the blurry camera, great. Your audio isn't coming out on my. I can hear you, but you're all crackly. Yeah, now you're good. Now you're good. Yeah, your voice, it's not going with your voice. That's all right. To do what? I'm amazing. Don't even start. Well, okay, dude, I haven't had to use a computer for anything. For anything. I just know let me tell you about this Chromebook, brother. It has had coffee spilled on it. All right. Yeah. Don't make me laugh. That's the problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Avery, but I go with Soavecito, and I'm a horror content creator. Welcome to episode 30 of Whispers of Horror, where I have my beautiful co host and an amazing human being and a fantastic brother of mine, Mr. Stu. That's all I have. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna work on this camera. Don't worry, you can't see him. He's on that dial-up and
I'm
AOL.
being shot through a filter.
Yeah. That's what it is. We're gonna
Just
work
the way
on
they used to
it.
do old light shots.
He's getting back into things like this. But ladies and gentlemen, we are here live on this Whispers of Horror podcast. If you're loving the content, make sure you subscribe to YouTube on the YouTube and follow your boy on all platforms. So we're gonna get Stu up and running with all his platforms and social media and everything like that. So yes, Stu, how are you today, my friend?
You could just admit that the fact that I'm old. You could just say that right off the bat. I'm old. I got an old computer. I got an old car. It's okay. I won't hold it against you.
Stu, how are you doing today?
I don't know. I feel a little old.
Oh,
I got this old computer. I drive an old car.
okay.
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm alive. That's it. That's all I got.
That's it. Okay, that's
shit. I
not
wake
much
up today. I
details.
woke up today, so the day can't be bad, bro. Day cannot
No.
be bad. Uh,
Well, it could
um,
be, but
so today we are on this episode of Whispers. We are going to talk about our top 10. I'm going to write it down so we can make sure um, I have it in the repertoire of horror movies. Our top 10 horror movies. Oh my god, I can't type, bro, for some reason.
well, don't ask me to.
Nah, it's okay. All right. So, Stu, let me ask you a question. What is your definition of horror?
What was that? I'm sorry. I'm old. No, I'm just. No, my audio is terrible. What was
Nah, I
that?
said, um, I said, what is your definition of the word horror?
My definition of the word
Yeah.
horror. I mean, I guess I would say something scary. Something. I guess. I mean, I don't know linguistics for sure, but I'm assuming horror comes from horrible, and horrible is something or horrific that scares us. So I usually just equate horror or anything about horror with being frightened.
Okay, okay. I like that answer. My definition is for horror is basically anything that can trigger our fight or flight, our survival mode. You know, the hair sticking up at in the back of our necks, the sweat that our sweat when we sweat, when we perspirate. You know, our eyes dilating. You know, when we have those thoughts, this might be the chance I might not make it. Might die today, and or you got to be like, okay, if this is the last day I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna fight or I'm gonna run. It's crazy, man. Even animals have that, you know. At that point, when horror, when some like even because we are animals, you know, it's either you're gonna be predator or you're gonna be prey. You know, you're gonna be the hunted or you're gonna be the huntee. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I love how horror movies and horror games and just horror in general can depict that in so many different ways. Do you disagree or agree?
No, I agree, and that's because what's interesting about horror is that different things scare different people.
Yeah.
Different
Yeah.
people find different things frightening, different things horrible or horrifying. Um, so it's kind of subjective in that sense, and and also just yeah, I guess that's I guess that's where I could go with that one.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
mean,
let me just say, I love this gentleman so much with all my heart. He is one fantastic human being, and I'm honored to be one of his best friends in this world. So, shout out to this man, Stu.
there we
Um,
go. Yeah.
let's talk.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
Let's
it.
of course. Let's talk about some before we get into our top 10. Let's talk about some of the fears that we have. You know, phobias. Do you have any phobias or fears that you have throughout your life or developed throughout your life? I mean, half your life?
Um,
Shit.
uh,
You can,
um,
you can laugh. Go
it's
ahead.
funny because my biggest phobia is related to one of the films on my top 10. So I have to hold off on the main phobia.
Sure.
Of course, there's always phobias as you get older, and like you become a dad and you have family, and so you have that fear of something happening to your grandkids, your kids, your wife, your husband, whatever. So that kind of plays into that kind of fear. Um, I don't know. I know that like my wife used to like horror movies, like when we first started dating,
Hmm.
and then once she had kids, she couldn't watch them anymore.
Hmm.
They just scared her too much because she had that phobia or that fear that something could happen to her kids. So when she saw it in any kind of a movie or something like that, it just freaked her out twice as much.
Hmm.
So I think as we get older, we kind of build some phobias, and then you get kind of as you get older, you also get scared. The older you are, you get scared. You get scared of falling. I know this sounds maybe kind of ridiculous, but it's true. You get scared of all of a sudden crime frightens you a lot more when you're an older person. When you're elderly and you live in a city, you have a lot more fears, than if you lived out in a rural place, or B if you're a young man or someone living in the city. So
That's good. But
so I think our phobias build and develop. But the main phobia I have, you got to wait for the list.
okay, do you have any other phobias that you have? Is it just that one main one, or is there any others?
I, me personally, not really, nothing like spiders or anything, or heights, or I'm not claustrophobic. I don't really know anybody that has anything debilitating either, like a
Hmm.
debilitating fear, like agoraphobia. I had a neighbor though, growing up, that had agoraphobia. She didn't leave the house. Um, I mean, that kind of phobia is like rough. I think that goes beyond just having like, you know, more of a traditional phobia. When you can't leave the house, that's rough.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Some of my fears that I have, um, thalassophobia. You ever heard of that?
The what?
Thalassophobia.
Wait, let me guess.
Sure.
Fear of no, I don't want to make a joke because if it's something that really scares you, that's not nice.
No,
What
yeah,
is it?
you can make a joke about it. This is the
I was
whispers
gonna
of
say, is
horror.
it a fear of lassos?
Yeah, that's
You said
funny.
lassophobia?
No, no, thalassophobia is the fear of open water.
No, say that again. I'm sorry,
Uh,
Mike.
No, it's okay. The thalassophobia is the fear of open water and like the ocean.
Oh, I could deal with that. That's based on my major phobia is part of water. It's got something to do
Okay.
with water.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just
Yeah, dude, being out in the open water all by yourself or with just a life raft,
yeah.
I mean, a life vest,
I mean,
that'd be
imagine you didn't
scary.
have a life vest, or imagine like um at night can't see anything. The ocean at night is probably is so dark. It's not even funny. That scares me. Falling off a boat, off a cruise, and just not being able to be found. I don't know how the type people on the Titanic did it, man. Yeah, you want me to see? If I knew that ship was going down, and you want me at night, I'm jumping in the water and and holding my breath and swallowing as much water as I can, man. I am not dealing with that. Especially the water is freezing. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm good. Another fear I have is something that kind of developed. Actually, I've kind of had it all my life. The fear of silence, dead silence, scares me. Like I think I would be scared if I was deaf. Yeah.
Wow, dude. Um, look at your messages.
You can't hear me?
No, dude.
It's
I
all jump.
can't. I don't know why. You're all coming. I can barely hear you.
Oh, hold on. I wonder if it's my camera.
Oh, wait.
What?
You just got clear for like a second.
Oh, am I okay now?
No, no, it went back again.
Okay. Let me see. What if I turn this
Yeah, it
off?
went
Does that
back
help?
again.
Does
It
that
was
help?
clear for like a second. You're really garbled.
Am I check check check
And it
check
was coming in and out.
check
That's why I didn't say anything at
check?
first.
Can you hear me?
So sorry.
No worries. Hold on. Ladies and
Tell
gentlemen,
me
sorry
carry
for
on the conversation
technical
for a few more
difficulties. One
minutes.
second.
Technical difficulties. Do, 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 do,
Mic
do,
check,
do,
mic
do,
check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me,
do, do,
Stu?
do.
Stu.
And then put on like little soft music in the background.
Can Stu? Can you hear me?
No,
Stu, can
just
you
pass the time.
can you hear me? Check
I can hear you now, but let me go for it. Say something.
check. Oh, hold on. Wait, wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Well, now I'm getting a little feedback. It was perfect when you said check.
Hold on. Is this better?
That's better.
Oh my gosh, I was talking through my headphones. My fault. My fault, my friend. My fault.
That's okay, man. I was trying to play it off, dude. I
Nah,
was
you
trying
should
to
have.
play it off
I
desperately.
when I set this up on this Google Meet, I forgot to switch over where my audio is coming from. My apologies. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. If you are hearing this audio version, or if you are here live, just know that we just had some technical difficulties that we solved. AKA, I'm a dumbass because I forgot that this button says change the audio, and he was listening through my headphones.
And
Damn.
it was so crackly, man. And I was trying to
Might
play
be.
it off
It might be.
because
Might
when
be.
you perform, when you're on stage or something and there's a flub, you have to just keep rolling.
Yeah.
So I
So
was trying
is
to
this better?
much better, dude.
Okay,
Crystal
100.
clear.
Oh, perfect.
It got to
Perfect.
the point where I wasn't even hearing you anymore. So I was like,
Nah, I feel you. I don't remember what I was saying. I was saying thalassophobia.
we were talking
Oh,
about being
my
scared out in the middle of the water,
yeah. My other fear was the fear of silence.
meaning
I'm scared to be
a
deaf.
quiet place.
No, 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 no. That would drive me insane. But I'm saying like being deaf,
Oh,
like being like losing like my sense of hearing, and just like when somebody's not talking to me. When I say if I'm talking to you and you're ignoring me, I start to get scared. Like why is he ignoring? Like I start to get into my own head. Like are you frozen? Oh damn! You just
oh, I wasn't doing that purposely. I was actually
yo
listening.
yo. I was like yo, are you frozen and you're just not moving? Yeah, but honestly, no. That's one of my biggest fears because um I don't know if you knew, I always had headphones or something on me at all times playing because if I don't hear anything, I get stuck into my head and just hear all these other voices, like myself talking a million times, a million words per minute, and it's so scary. And I feel like if I go deaf or somebody's not talking to me, then those voices get louder. Hence why I call this whispers of horror because that's something I suffer from. The fear of just being deaf, or the fear of just not being acknowledged or ignored, or like just being in a room. Like even when I go to bed, like I can't sleep in complete silence. I have to have some background noise, white noise, something, because it's
You
just.
probably don't like going camping then.
Oh no, camping's great because you hear there's mad shit around that makes noises. You got
Yeah,
cracklings
I
and
guess
wolf
you're right. Yeah,
and bugs and yeah, like there's no,
yeah, I
it
guess
ain't
you're right.
quiet.
No, no,
Like
it's too quiet for me, but
nah, that shit would be perfect for me. New York City
I
would be
like it.
perfect for me.
I
Maybe
like it
too
here with
loud.
the train whistle.
Yeah, like I need a fucking train. I got a sound machine. I ain't gonna lie. Um, but yeah, that's just some of the things I suffer
So you
from.
don't like hearing your internal monologue? Is that what
Oh
you're
hell
saying?
no, bro. That shit never shuts the fuck up.
See, mine, I don't mind mine too much, but it likes to make farting noises, so it's a
Yeah,
little irritating.
I hear that, but like think about it like this. Like imagine you have like you probably have one solid voice. I have 10 voices. Probably more than that are telling me 10 different things. And I don't know what voice to listen to because they're all misleading. And then
Be
I
advised when you say you hear voices in your head. That's not something you you want to say. Like say you don't have little voices in your head
Oh
saying
no, I mean, come on. Like everybody has their internal
you must.
voices. Like your conscience, my conscience is, and
I'm
like it's
teasing
just
you.
like that internal. I don't even know what the fuck is thing is called, but like
It's your
that
Jiminy Cricket, man. It's your
yeah, it's my
conscience.
yeah. But there's like fucking 40 Jiminy Crickets.
Well, that's because you're a man who likes many choices.
Yeah, well, also my mind is racing at like 10,000 miles per hour, and I like it's like a highway of 7,000 drivers trying to merge into one lane. So everybody got to
Oh, I like that metaphor. Now
yeah,
that's a metaphor I
yeah,
can sink my teeth into.
yeah. Well, I usually say seven. It's like my mind is a 7 lane highway. That a lot of people doing construction just put it to one lane, and everybody trying to get in at once. So.
I like the way you said it the first time. The second time, that it didn't have the same flair,
Yeah,
bro.
no, okay, you could take the first one. It's usually the first one, but all right,
I appreciate your honesty, man.
of course, of
I
course.
think that's a good thing.
I mean,
Um,
I'm one of the things I love being brutally blunt and honest, and not hiding how I feel
no
because
need to.
yeah, because another fear was just like I was fear of being rejected of who I am, and now I just don't give a fuck.
Well, there you go. I know
Yeah.
that. I know that about you. We've been
A
friends a
hundred
while.
percent, 100%. Like people are like, "Yo, you didn't come hang out with me." I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry. Like, what you want me to do about it, bro? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not really sorry though. Like, I'm being like, I'm finding more and more about my personality. Like, I'm out of my shell more, and the fact that I just like went from being afraid of so many people, caring too much about what people wanted, to you know, not caring, like, and just being brutally honest. Because like once you like kind of sugarcoat how you feel, like then you're like, oh, now I gotta play that mantra for the rest of my life. It's just like it's not worth it. You know.
I know, man. I know. Well, let's get going here, man. Or let's because we got a lot to discuss.
100%. But this is part of whispers, man. Like
I know.
this
I'm
is
ready to
some
do some
fear
whispering.
shit. Did he?
No, because this is
Did
this
he?
is this is the thing. This is the thing. No, I totally get where you're going, and I totally get it, and I think that's a good thing, and I think that is what is great about horror movies because they reflect all of that,
Yes.
and they show us what we are scared of, and they show us what freaks us out, and they make us face those fears, and
Did this
I think that's terrific.
Did this motherfucker really just tell me that we should just change subjects to get to the horror movies? Because that's what
Well, I just
I was.
whispers of horror.
I was basically wrapping it up, bro.
All right, let me hear it.
Now I'm done.
Now you're done.
Now
Okay,
I'm
fair enough.
done. Now I'm
All
fucking
right.
done. Now I got nothing else to say.
You no, you're gonna have tons to say.
Of course, I'm talking about that. Oh my god.
Oh, about your subject of your fears.
Yo, fucking shoot me.
Listen to me. What would be what's what's your bottom? Your number 10. Pardon me.
Are we going in chronological order? Top, not first to 10? Or you going to? Or
I think
should,
we go 10 down. We count down, just like old David Letterman used to count down. I
okay.
even wrote mine down. That's because I'm old and I don't have a good memory.
Oh, I'm not fuck writing down. I'm gonna tell you
What was
spot.
your name? I'm sorry.
Oh my god. All right. So, top 10 horror movies of all time. All right.
Of
You go.
all time. Well, your all time.
Okay. How about we do this? We go 10, 10, 9, 9. So I'll say my 10. You say you say your top number 10, and I say my number 10. All right.
Perfect. Excellent.
10 horror movies of all time. So like, it's very. I didn't want to write this down because I wanted to. If if I wrote them down, that means I thought about it. If the movie pops up into my head, it means it deserves to be my top 10.
Okay.
Okay. So that because that
Now
means
wait,
I.
one quick thing. One
Sure.
quick thing, my good
One quick answer.
Suavecito friend
Sure. You could call me Eerie.
is I know, but I saw your name over there in the corner of the
Sure.
screen and I got all excited.
We got to give you a cool nickname.
Yes.
You.
Captain Awesome. All right, so here's the thing.
That's, Jesus Christ.
You're gonna
All
get
right.
dad jokes when you're dealing with a dad. So sad.
I'm a dad.
That is true. So you better start getting. That is true. So you better start getting up on your dad jokes. This is just one quick thing.
One quick answer.
Well, no, one quick thing I was going to say. Oh,
Yeah,
one quick
and I have
answer.
a quick answer.
This is the thing about listing the horror movies that's why it's funny. I think it's very cool that you can rip them off the top of your head. The reason why I had to think about them is because I was trying to think about what about these were unique and they were the type of horror movies. If they're on TV, I watch them even with commercials. That's how I thought of it. And I had to think of it. I had to write it down. So I'm impressed that you could rattle it off. So my friend,
Remember the 7 voices, the 10 voices in my head that spitting out so many horror movies is not even funny. All right.
well,
All right, I'm going to write this down.
I'm going to write it down. What do we
All right,
got?
number 10, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Is hold on. Should I record? All right, technically I'm recording this. I don't know. Maybe. All right, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, my top 10 horror movies of all time. Number 10 is 30 Days of Night. And let me explain why.
Good one.
The fear of knowing that there's actually no sunlight for 30 days while you're having vampires suck the living blood out of your goddamn neck is fucking unmaniacal. That shit gives me fucking goosebumps. I don't even like Alaska. I'm scared enough. I'm scared enough that it's cold. Fuck out of here. You think I'm gonna be in the cold and getting my blood sucked out? I'm gonna be fucking anemic at that point. Shit. No, 30 Days a Night did something to my spirit, man. That movie I could watch with on TV with commercials and sit down and just like still get scared. And that's what I loved about it. The fact that there was one scene that I will never forget that gives me goosebumps right now. I wish you guys can see it. Is when the woman was on her knees. Hey yo, get out the gutter, guys. It was on her knees praying, and the fucking vampire looked up and looked back at her and said, "No God." Oh man, how that shit scared me, man. I said, at that point I would have put my neck out and be like, fucking drain me, bro. Hey yo, not like that. You feel me? You smell me, you taste me.
That is a good one, man. I love that movie. I was talking because we saw Trap with Josh Hartnett in the theaters like a week ago. And
Garwin, what's up?
And Josh Hartnett was the star of 30 Days a Night.
Yeah, no,
he was
that
the sheriff.
That movie was fucking phenomenal. What? All right, so that was my number 10.
All right. Well, my number 10, I actually have a visual. This is from. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. All right, I don't have a visual because I grabbed the wrong video. Is from I think it's 42 maybe? 43, House of Frankenstein.
House of Frankenstein, okay.
And the reason why I put this on my list, besides the fact that when I was a little boy, my father and I would stay up on Friday nights at 11:30.
1 second. Could you repeat that? Can
Sure,
you just start
of
the whole
course.
thing again?
Yes. So my number 10 is House of Frankenstein.
Okay.
from like the I had something, the
1942s.
early
Okay.
40s.
Okay.
Yeah. And the reason why it's near and dear to my heart is because when I was 13, I was young. I was like 11. My dad and I would watch on Channel 13, PBS. We would watch Cinema 13 Horror every Friday night. They'd show an old school horror movie, Dracula, whatnot. And this one had Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein, the Hunchback, and the Mad Doctor all in one movie. And it
Mm.
was so cool because that set a precedent for years later when they stick a lot of horror or other characters in a movie together. So when I was a kid, it was just awesome because it had everybody, you know. They had really small parts in it, but still. So that is why I chose it as my number 10. And I can watch it over and over again at only an hour and about 15 minutes long. So there you go.
Jesus, hour and 15 minutes, man.
Oh,
They don't
those
even
early
do that
horror
anymore.
movies are so short, Avery. They're so short.
That's crazy, bro. Crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those are our top. Those are number 10 out of our top 10. Number 9. So for anybody who is listening, this is going to be. I'm doing mine spontaneously. I'm the first movie that comes to mind. Is my horror top 10 because I'm thinking about it now, and Mr. Stu written wrote down
Wrote.
his top 10. So my
I
number
did.
9 has to be. I've been thinking about it. I was just like, what kind of movies is there like that I really enjoyed? Sorry. My daughter. I think I'm gonna.
There she is.
Yeah, she's
Doesn't
really
like our topic.
my number 9. Number 9. Damn.
Number 9.
Zombieland.
Really?
So
With Woody Harrelson?
yeah. So my number 9 horror movie of all time has to be Zombieland. Something about it just was just so fun. It was such a fun, funny movie, but also some of the scenes is like really grotesque. Listen, a lot of zombie movies are in my top 10. I could tell you that from just off the rip, but Zombieland just had a little bit of everything. It had its true ripping of the flesh and gore, and then you had the funny Woody Harrelson with the boomstick and the fucking Twinkies. Like it just had a little bit of everything that I feel like that movie I could watch again and again and again. And who doesn't love Woody Harrelson? Like he's a fucking goat. So yeah, I would say number 9 is Zombieland. Like I said, can't go wrong with zombies. It's a fucking classic, and even I enjoyed the second one too, but the first one is just when that came out, it was only the thing I could think about. So yeah, Zombieland.
Cool. I like that movie too. I thought it was a good movie. Mine is a lot of mine are on older side, of course, but my number 9 is an excellent William Shatner, good old Captain Kirk's, one of his few films that he made and one of his better films, Kingdom of the Spiders.
Kingdom of the
And
Spiders.
Kingdom of the Spiders. And Kingdom of the Spiders came out in the 70s when there was a big environmental movement and people were being conscious about pollution and about things like that. And they made a bunch of like nature revenge movies, like The Swarm about giant bees. And, you know, they had Jaws and Alligator and all those. You know, they had all these like nature revenge movies, especially coming off of like, you know, nuclear weapons and all that stuff like Godzilla. Everything was like us screwing nature. And in Kingdom of the Spiders, they're a bunch of tarantulas, even though they wouldn't even do anything, but they attack a town. And if I may give a spoiler alert, because the reason why I love this movie so much, may I give a spoiler?
Yeah, of course.
The fucking spiders win, and that's why it's a great movie. And William Shatner is actually good in it. And there was one other, yeah, the fucking whole town is under a web at the end of the movie. It's so good. But there was one other thing that was really cool about it, but we'll forget about it. Oh, one other thing. After that movie, there was no protection against spiders in films. So when you watch the movie, when the people are escaping the town, they're rolling over spiders with their cars. That was actually happening. They were actually killing tarantulas. So after that movie, they made a law that can't happen.
Awesome.
Kingdom of the Spiders.
Hold on, chat. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. My daughter, hold on, is not going back to sleep. We might have to take a quick intermission so I can help out my wife. 1 second. Let me put this.
Yo. Yes. What's up? Okay. And like redo it and redo it? Or is this live right now? Is people hearing us? Okay, whatever. That's no problem. So, okay, so I can walk, go to the bathroom and everything. All right, cool. It's too bad. Refund. Hey, if you're back, he's be back in 5 minutes. If who's there watching this podcast? Who's gonna stay on and watch? Do over. Oh, wait, I have to tell him the best part.
Sorry, guys, for the intermission. My daughter got upset, so I had to help my wife put her down, and I'm just waiting for Stu to come back. If he comes back. Oh, Stu? Stu? Stoopaloop. So basically, what we were talking about, let's just do a real quick recap. So number 10 on my list was 30 Nights of Horror. Stu's was House of Frankenstein. Mine was number 9, Zombieland. And Mr. Stu is Kingdom of the Spiders. All awesome games, awesome movies. We're gonna probably get to our number 5. And then we're gonna make the second part after this.
Yo, you're back.
Yes, sir.
Oh, geez, sorry about that. Are we just continuing or we're going to start fresh?
No. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this into two live podcasts. So we're gonna do up to 5. So we're gonna stop at 5, and then we're gonna make another thing, and then we'll do our top or finish our 5.
But the beginning with all the messed up audio and everything like that, we can't just restart.
No. It wasn't messed up audio. So on my end, it was okay. I just didn't switch it for on Google Chat.
I know, but then people couldn't hear me. You kept talking. I wasn't answering. It must have been a little weird in the beginning.
No, it'll be fine. No. It wasn't weird. I didn't even notice there was audio issues until you told me. You played it off
dude,
well.
I couldn't hear anything you were saying. I couldn't contribute. I was just hearing.
For a person who couldn't hear anything, you did very well because I didn't notice until you texted me.
I tried to be a pro at one point. I have some techniques.
Nah, fuck that. This is live. There's no.
So right now, this conversation we're having, people are hearing?
Yes.
You mean the conversation you and I are having right now?
Yes, we are live.
Well, I thought we were being recorded.
No, we were live this whole time.
Oh, okay.
I, s-
Well,
I said it was going to be a live podcast.
you
Who
were
the?
right. It is a live podcast. And I got that, but I also didn't compute that in the same
Yeah. Also, remember when I said, "Hey, we're
vein.
gonna go live in five, four,
All
three."
right, so let's get right to it, man. Let's get to that number eight. What do you got for us, Suavecito? Come
Amityville.
on.
You're fucking ridiculous. Amityville horror.
Ooh, original from
Amity
the 70s or the Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh, 71s is better, but okay.
I
I
like
haven't seen it.
so I like both of them. Don't get me wrong. But for some reason I just enjoyed the Ryan Reynolds one a little bit more.
Oh, I loved it too. I mean, he was so good in that. He was so freaking good.
That's what I'm saying. Like to see Ryan Reynolds in a role like that was just it was absolutely crazy. So like I
I
had to
just felt
get.
like the original was a little bit more creepier, a little more scarier. Like his going psycho was better than James Brolin going psycho in the first one, but oh, with the kid holding the wood,
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that was
hundred
a good
percent,
part.
100%. Um,
So what about it? What about it? What about it? Like touched you, got to you, scared you, you know?
well, what got to me? I would have to say just obviously Reynolds' performance, but just how creepily like the little girl was, and just like the different aspects, and him just slowly getting possessed and just manipulated by the voices, and that like slowly he was just acting weird, and it was saying like unalive your family, unalive your family, unalive your family, and it's just like it kind of goes with the theme of Whisper. So like you get these voices in your head that just are over and over repeating the same thing, and then you start to be like, hey, okay, maybe they're onto something, maybe I need to do this. And it's just that even talking about it gives me goosebumps that somebody can be manipulated to being something that, and where they're not themselves anymore, and will do anything that the voices tell them to do, and which can go to the extreme of unaliving his family because of a house. It's crazy, bro. I'm getting scared talking about it. Yeah, that's the Amityville or
All right, Amityville Horror, very
n-
nice.
number eight.
Okay, number eight. This is one that I am sure is on your top 10, but probably up a little higher, and that would be Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah,
The remake is amazing, but
yeah.
I almost put them on almost on the same footing, but for different reasons. The original from the 70s. Now the remake is just the first 10 minutes alone when the little girl comes out and Sarah Polly is running out of the house, and they have that great helicopter shot when you
Hmm.
see the cars hitting it. I mean, amazing, outstanding. You got an opening with Johnny Cash's song "The Man Comes Around." You got Phil from fucking Modern Family. Just it was such a great movie. But the 70s, the thing that's great about the 70s one is what it all represents. There is more social commentary in horror films than any other genre of film,
Hmm.
and you can look into it. It's totally true. And the points they were trying to make in the original 71 was about consumerism and about how we are a bunch of zombies walking around and shopping. That's why they were all walking around the mall, because they all went to go where they were familiar, and they walk around. That was his comment about George A. Romero's comment about consumerism and capitalism in that time. And you need to be quiet. Here comes my cat.
No, that's fine. Your cat's fine. Like I said, this is live, man. There's gonna be hiccups. There's gonna be mistakes. There's gonna be like intermissions. Man, Dawn of the Dead is number eight on your list.
Oh yeah,
Okay, 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 okay. You ready for mine? Number
let's
28.
hear it. Of course,
Yeah,
dude.
number 28. Number seven. Oh, this one's a banger. This one's good. So on my top 10 of all time list, number seven is 28 Weeks Later.
Ah,
There's
28 weeks, not 28 days.
I enjoyed 28 Weeks a little bit more. I enjoyed it
Interesting.
more than 28 Days. I really did. They're actually coming out
Well,
with a
depends
new
on returning.
28. I think it's 28 years or five. I don't remember what it is. It
Yeah,
might be
they're
20.
making another one, right?
Yeah, yeah, but there's nothing like that scene when they're all running, and they said just shoot them all. Like they didn't they didn't know who to shoot because they were like some were infected, some were not, and they were just unaliving people left and right, left and right. And you cannot beat that opening scene when he left his family up in the like he literally got out the window and started running, and left his family. Like Brody left his family to die, and it's just like, bro, what the fuck, bro? And then the fact that they were sprinted, oh, game changer. They're fucking sprinting,
Yeah,
bro.
they were the first to have the running zombies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, they were sprinting. I was
28
like,
days later was the
yo,
first.
can you imagine running for your life knowing that they can run a 40 time? Fuck out of here, bro. Nah,
All
bro.
right.
Oh, let me write that down. 28 weeks later.
28 weeks later. All right,
Yeah.
man. Robert Carlyle from the Full Monty. Okay, my number 7 is, I mean, of overall, I think they're up to they just did the 6th one, but overall, the original trilogy and overall the first one ever, Scream, is one
Mm.
of my favorite horror movies of all time. One of the reasons why I love it so much is because it really goofs about how movies are. And especially the first one really farces on movies why it's still a pretty damn scary movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also making fun. There's a scene where Nev Campbell says to Ghostface on the phone, "Oh, horror movies are stupid because the person should be running out the door, not running up the stairs." And 2 seconds later, he's coming in at her, and instead of running out the door, she runs up the stairs. It is just filled with irony about that. At one point, she goes, "You're sounding like a Wes Carpenter film." Combining Wes Craven and John Carpenter, two of the greatest horror directors together. So yes, it was just great and awesome and funny and terrific and scary and gross. All in one great movie.
Oh, I respect
Great
it.
movie.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no. Go for
Just
it.
want
Go
to make
for it.
sure that everything is on. Okay, all right. Are you ready for my numbers? Which one? We're number 6.
Yep.
Hold on. Oh, here. Okay, I thought of one. Um. Oh, damn! It just went away. What the fuck? Oh
Where
my
did it
god! I
go?
just had it in my head, and it just literally went away. Oh, okay. I remember. Not Insidious. That's later in the list.
Ooh,
Sinister.
Ooh, good. Ah.
Okay, so hold on.
Mm.
Let me say
I
this
could have
right.
put that on my list at number 9. I
Okay.
could have went for 9. Kingdom is great, but that's Sinister. That's the one where the guy lives in the celluloid. He lives in the
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
Oh,
So
there's a
so
white face.
oh,
Oh,
100%.
good
So
movie.
Sinister. So hold on, real quick.
I even like the sequel.
My top 10 movies of horror movies of all time is I messed that up. Sorry. I'm trying to record it as well. So number 6 on my top 10 horror movies of all time is Sinister. It was fucking creepy seeing the guy in the movie film, and the guy just never knew he was there. Like he like every tape he put in, just it was a snuff film, bro. Like you're seeing little children, unalive adults in the most maniacal, I love that word, way,
Hmm.
undisturbing way, bro. It literally brought chills to my body and soul seeing that they're being manipulated by a evil spirit. Oh, your cat scared me, by the way, in the background. Oh my god,
Yeah,
my heart,
it's
my heart
the
literally
cat,
dropped, bro.
man.
But
The cat.
Sinister was
Yes.
top tier, and I think it broke the record of the scariest movie of all time. It really did, man.
Who did?
I
What?
think
Which one?
Sinister, just for
Sinister?
yeah.
Nah, that's
No,
not
I'm
the
just
scary.
saying like it's just like for like beats per minute. Like people like had heart rate
Oh, really?
monitors, and they said Sinister was definitely up there, man.
That was good, man. I like the sequel. I like the sequel. The sequel had the one with the rats and the bucket on the
Um,
chest. And that was fucking up, man.
Sorry, Stu. Unfortunately, I have to end this because my daughter is just not having a rough night. So
Oh, okay.
we're gonna definitely come back to this. I promise.
Okay.